We'll start with the prayers. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Vidyam Karavavahe Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We are studying Tatwa Bodha, and as I said before, this is a primary text to understand Bhagavad Gita and other Upanishads. Tatva Bodha has to be clearly understood with the terms which are mentioned in the text. These are all technical terms, and a clear understanding of the technical terms is very, very important. The entire text is divided into 38 verses, into 5 major topics. The first topic is Sadhana Chatushtayam, which is the 4 Ds. The 4 Ds means the 4 qualifications. The next topic is Vyashti Vichara. Vyashti means understanding the individual. That is the second topic. The third topic is Samashti. Samashti means understanding the entire universe. The fourth topic is Aikyam. Aikyam means oneness between the individual and the total. And the last one is Jnana Phala. So try to remember these 5 topics, because this will give you a bird's eye view of not only Tatva Bodha, but the entire Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita and Brahma Sutra. See, the importance of studying this text, you will come to realize when you study the other texts of Vedanta. With this small introduction, I will go to the point where we stopped last week, and that is this verse number 10. I will play the verse first so that we can
Sthula shariram kim panchikrita panchamahabhutaihi kritam satkarmajanyam sukhadukhadi bhogayatanam shariram asti jayate vardhate viparinamate apakshiyate vinashyatiti षड्विकारवदेतत् स्थूलशरीरम्.
So what is Sthula Sharira? Whenever we try to understand our nature, we always have to start from the gross. What am I made up of? What is this body made up of? Very, very important point to understand in Vedanta. The study of Tatva Bodha itself should give you self-realization if it is understood clearly. As you go through the text, you will understand the importance and the depth of this knowledge. Sthula Shariram Kim Panchikrita Panchamahabhutaihi. This gross body is put together. It is Sanghata. It is an assemblage. Very important to understand this. I will tell you why it is important to understand the Sthula Shariram as an assemblage. It is assembled by the Lord. And it is assembled with the help of 5 elements, which have undergone the process of Panchikaranam. Later on, we will see what is Panchikaranam. And why is the body born? Body is born because of Sukham and Dukkham, which have to be exhausted. This is the view of Vedanta. Whenever we perform actions, Veda says there is a result of action. And this result of action can happen in this birth, it can happen in the next birth. Because some of the results cannot be exhausted in one birth. This body is a counter for experiences of joy and sorrow. It is only a counter. It is not me. It is an instrument. I am having an instrument called as the Sthula Sharira. Instrument. Try to understand. This is extremely important. It is not me. I am the user of this body. I means what? The awareness consciousness, which is outside the body. My real nature is not inside the body. It is outside the body. It is something like a car is there. A car is meant for whom? Not for the car itself or the components of the car. Shankaracharya beautifully explains this in Brahma Sutra. He says any assemblage, whether it is a body, whether it is a car, whether it is a house, it is not meant for the assemblage. It is not meant for the body. The house is not meant for the house is not meant for the house. It is not meant for the bricks and the walls and the floor and the ceiling. The house is meant for a jiva to live in. Jiva is not a part of the house. I am not a part of the house called the body. I am outside the body. I can exist independent of the body. That is what is my experience in the sleep state. The house is resting in the sleep state. House has got 2 conditions. It is manifest, it is unmanifest, because it is made up of Panchabhutas. Now, so far, if you have understood, then you should understand another point. Body undergoes 6 modifications. Very, very important point in Vedanta. You see, as you study Upanishads, you will understand the importance of these technical terms and also the meaning of these verses. Asti jayate vardhate viparinamate apakshiyate vinashyati. These are the 6 modifications of the instrument, the external body. I have no modification. I am the jiva who am always outside the body, independent of the body. I am the spiritual content, Atma. I have no decay. I have no death. I am consciousness, awareness. This consciousness, awareness is always there, whether the body is there or not. That is what we have to understand. See, one verse you can get so much of meaning. 11 anatmas make up this body. What are the anatmas? Now we will go to the actual content of Stula Shariram. Stula Shariram means it is a condition of the body. Sthulam. Sthulam means gross. It is gross means what? It is visible to the sense organs. I can see my body. The eyes can see the body. I can touch the body. I can smell the body. I can hear the body. When the digestion goes on, I can hear the gadbad sound. So it is indriya gocharam. It's perceptible to myself and also to others. What is the cause for the birth of the body? There is a general cause. It is same for all the bodies. It is not the ultimate cause. It is a general cause made up of panchabhutas. My parents have given birth to the body, but then ultimately the body constitutes of 5 elements. There is a Visesha Karanam. Samanya Karanam is Panchabhutas, 5 fundamental elements. Science says there are 110 elements. Vedanta says there are 5 main elements, which is space, air, fire, water, earth. Antimony, bismuth, aluminium, magnesium, all those are also elements, but those are all useful for science. Now, Visesha Karanam means each body has got a purpose. And that is karma phalam. You take any body, whether it is the body of an ant, whether it is the body of a fly, whether it is the body of an animal, a bird. According to Vedanta, the body is born because of exhaustion of prarabdha karma. I will explain prarabdha karma and all that towards the end, but just to understand that. Among the 5 elements, earth, water, fire, these are tangible. Tangible means I can perceive them. I can perceive the earth. I can see the earth. I can smell the earth. I can feel the earth. I can touch the earth. So all this is possible with reference to earth, water, and fire. What about Vayu? Vayu means air and space. Air can be felt with the help of skin. When a wind is blowing, you can feel it in your skin. Akasha. Akasha means space. We have space. One of the attributes of space is sound. If space is not there, you cannot have sound. So there is a tangible portion and there is an intangible portion. The body, according to science, is 70% water. Air is in the lungs. Fire principle is there in the body. That is why we have temperature. So air is there, space is there in the body, water is the main content, Earth is the chemicals which form the body. Our digestion happens because of the heat, Agni, in the body. Now, therefore, we say Samanya Karanam is Panchabhutas. Panchikrita Pancha Mahabhutai Kritam. Manufactured in the mother's womb at conception. Vishesha Karanam is Punya Papa. Punya Papa means merit and demerits. This is Vedantic view. In the previous birth, I have done certain actions. Those actions are still the result of actions have to be fructified in this body. So houses are different according to the grand design of the Lord. There are bodies of animals, birds, and so on. And in each of them, there is a reflecting medium. For example, light is there. All over in the room, the light is there. But where can I feel the light? When I see it in my hand. So there is a reflection of light in the material body. Similarly, consciousness and existence also get reflected in the bodies. Why should a person be born in a specific family with siblings, with parents, specific parents? Veda says it is determined by karma. Karma varies from individual to individual. The differences are also seen, male, female. What determines this? Karma. Good health, bad health, dark hair, short hair, no hair, all this is karma phalam. So karma is the Vishesha Karanam. A human being is alone able to understand his nature and also nature of the world. Alone. It's only the human being. And that makes Manushya Janma very, very precious, valuable. So this house called as the body is a temporary house. At an appropriate time, the jiva has to leave, has to vacate. All of us. It's common principle in this world. Bhagavad Gita, 2nd chapter, 22nd verse, refers to this reflected consciousness in the body. Vasamsi jirnani yatha vihaya navani grinhati naroparani tatha sharirani vihaya jirnani anyani sanyati navani dehi. Dehi means indweller. Indweller is not the body. It is different than the body. Try to get this meaning again and again. Very important. I am not the consciousness in the body. I am the universal consciousness, which is all the time, eternally there. It is outside the body. It is not a part of the body. Body is an ayatanam. Vasamsi jirnani means what? Like I cast away my old clothes. Suppose you have an old shirt. You want to get rid of it. So you throw it. You just throw it off. Similarly, like you throw off your old clothes, you cast off your old body and you get a fresh body. It is the jiva who takes this body. There is a jiva, there is some external factor which takes the body, and then it leaves, again it takes the body, again it leaves. This is how Bhagavad Gita talks about external sthula sharira. What is the nature of this body? It is a house for experiences. Suppose you go to the office. It is an experience. You go to that office for certain experiences. Again, you come out, you go to a sports field, again, you have a different experience. You go to a cinema hall, it's a different experience. So, all these are, it is a house of experiences. See how beautifully Shankaracharya describes this body. Now, the next description of the body is extremely important because this is used in all the Shankaracharya's bhashyams in Upanishads. Shad Vikara Sthula Shariram. This Sthula Shariram is constantly modifying. Gross body is continuously changing. Gross world is continuously changing. See the relationship between the gross body and the gross world. Gross world means what? The stars, the planets, the galaxies are continuously changing. And that is what is the material nature of the universe. Material nature means what? Panchamahabhutas. Whether you go to a star, whether you go to a galaxy, ultimately is only Panchabhutas. It's only 5 elements. My body is also only 5 elements. All the bodies are nothing but 5 elements. This 5 elements has got 6 modifications. Asti. Before the baby is born, it exists in the womb of the mother. That condition of existence is called asti. Number 1. Jayate. When the body comes out of the womb, it is called as birth. Jayate means birth. Vardhate. Till the age of 18, the body is growing. The height is growing, the limbs are getting developed. It is the growth stage. Vardhate means growth. Viparinamate. Viparinamate. There is no growth, there is no decay. That means what? Same level it continues from the age of 20 to 45, 50, 55. Apchiyate. Decay and disintegration. And ultimately, vinashyati. It perishes. So the 4 aspects of the body are conditions of the body, the cause of the body, the function of the body, the nature of the body. This is how I understand my sthula sharira, my gross body. These are very simple things. I hope you are able to get clarification on this. Condition of the body means it is visible to me, gross body. When you come to subtle body, it is not visible to me and to others. Subtle body, it is perceived by me only. Then there is Karana Shariram, not perceivable to me, not perceivable to anybody. So, gross body, the cause, it is made up of Panchabhutas, and that is the general cause. Then the specific cause is karma. What is the function of the body? It serves as a temporary residence for a jiva. The jiva will take one body, second body, third body. So never cry in anybody's death. It is, they will be born again. Why do I say so? Bhagavad Gita says it. Vasamsi jirnani. That is the pramanam for us. When you cause the body, another new body is born. Unless until you become a jnani. When you become a jnani, what happens? You discover that you are Atma, which never has birth. Coming back to the body, the nature of the body is it is constantly changing. And these 6 modifications you must remember, because in every Upanishadic or Bhagavad Gita commentary, you will be able to use this knowledge. Before birth, asti, born, then growing, then starts declining. So the constituents of the body are head, trunk, legs, hands, internal organs. These are all constituents. And each of these constituent has got shad vikara, 6 modifications. Shankaracharya says, because body is made up of parts, it is anityam. It is not permanent. Anything which is an assemblage is, there are 2 things you should remember. Any assemblage, it is jadam. Jadam means it is inert, made up of panchabhutas. Second point I should remember about all assemblage is what? It is anityam. Anityam means what? One day it will perish. Whether it is your car, whether it is your house, whether it is your body, whether it is the star, whether it is anything, including the whole universe. But Upanishads teach us that the entire universe goes into unmanifest condition and a new creation comes. New creation means what? Another manifestation of the universe. So the Shadvika has got a very deep meaning, not only with reference to our body, but also with reference to the gross universe. Now, next is Sukshma Shariram, subtle body.
सूक्ष्मशरीरं किम् सूक्ष्मशरीरं किम् अपञ्चीकृत पञ्चमहाभूतैः कृतम् अपञ्चीकृत पञ्चमहाभूतैः कृतम् सत्कर्मजन्यम् सत्कर्मजन्यम् सुखदुःखादिभोगसाधनम् सुखदुःखादिभोगसाधनम् पञ्चज्ञानेन्द्रियाणि पञ्चज्ञानेन्द्रियाणि पञ्चकर्मेन्द्रियाणि पञ्चकर्मेन्द्रियाणि पञ्चप्राणादयः पञ्चप्राणादयः मनश्चैकं बुद्धिश्चैका मनश्चैकं बुद्धिश्चैका एवं सप्तदश कलाभिः सह एवं सप्तदश कलाभिः सह यत्तिष्ठति यत्तिष्ठति तत्सूक्ष्मशरीरम् तत्सूक्ष्मशरीरम्.
So after gross body, the outer layer, which is called as Annamaya Kosha in Taittiriya Upanishad, it is a sheath, it is a covering. Covering for what? For the Atma. I am Atma, the awareness, consciousness principle. But I, I don't know this fact. Number one. Why I don't know? Because my mind is always in the gross world. What is this Sukshma Shariram? Sukshma means subtle. What are the 5 ways I should note this Sukshma Shariram? What is the condition of the Sukshma Shariram? It is not visible to others. It is not visible to others. Like gross body is visible to me and to others. My mind, my thoughts, my emotions, only I know. The world doesn't know my emotions. That is a very unique thing. I never realized this till I now study Tatwa Bodha. I become aware. Oh, there is something called as Sukshma Sharira. Then it is, what is the cause of this? Apanchi Kritam. Apanchi Kritam. That means what? It is caused by subtle elements, not by gross elements. When you study the Panchikarna process at the end, you will see the difference between gross element and subtle element. So at the moment you understand it is a subtle element means it is before the gross process was created. That is why our mind, scientists don't know what is the cause of our mind. The scientist view of mind is totally different. But Veda gives a very, very unique understanding of the mind. Mind is also Panchabhutas. It is also material in nature. Very, very important point. We think that the mind is it is sentient, no doubt, but intrinsically it is jadam. It is made up of Panchabhutas. Very, very important point. Then function, nature, and constituents. We'll see how it goes. So, what is happening in the mind, only I know. Whether I'm calm, whether I'm disturbed, whether I'm focused, whether I'm understanding something, whether I'm not understanding, I'm happy or not happy. Who knows this? It is the consciousness, Atma, which is in this body. That is the Sakshi for the condition of the subtle body. I, the Atma, am the witness uninvolved with the mind. Mind has got its property, it has got its conditions. It is happy sometimes, it is sad sometimes, it doesn't understand at all sometimes. These conditions are dependent on Prakriti. Prakriti means nature. Nature means 3 gunas, Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. Apanchikrita Pancha Mahabhutai Kritam. It is born out of 5 great elements, but they are subtle elements. Subtle body, subtle elements. Gross body, gross elements. Subtle body, in science we call it as energy. Energy is invisible, but it is also form of matter. What is the cause of the subtle body? Subtle body is also made up of subtle matter. There is a specific cause and a general cause. General cause is 5 elements. Specific cause is what? Karma. Our Purva Janma Karma Phala. What is the function of the subtle body? It is an instrument. It is like a toolbox. See, an electrician, when he comes to the house, he carries a toolbox with him. Similarly, when I enter the world, I carry a toolbox. I carry my mind, I carry the pranas, I carry the pancha indriyas, I can carry the pancha karma indriyas. All these are the tools. Now, office is a contact point. In the office, we use a fax machine, a phone, an email, cell phone, and laptop, and so on. So similarly, it is only a Sukshma Shariram is a bundle of instruments. And there are 17 instruments. What is the instrument used for pleasure and pain? It is the locus where I experience joy or sorrow. Mind is the locus. Sukshma Shariram has got a longer life than the Sthula Shariram. The Sthula Shariram dies at the time of death. Sukshma Shariram travels. This is one of the things which we learn in Vedanta. Our body, gross body is left here. When the owner of the body has left the body, he carries with him the Sukshma Shariram, which consists of 17 organs. We'll see what are the organs. 5 pranas, 5 jnana indriyas, 5 karma indriyas, and manas and buddhi. Why does the Sukshma Shariram goes in search for another physical body? Because that is a residence remain in which new transactions are possible. Why I don't see the subtle body traveling? I don't see the subtle body traveling because even now I don't see it physically. The devatas, they are the ones who carry the Sukshma Shariram to the next body. Devatas, there is a higher principle which takes the jiva to the next body. What are these 17 parts? Pancha Jnanendriyani means what? Organs of knowledge. What are the organs of knowledge? Our eyes, ears, skin, tongue. These are very easy, which you know very well. Pancha Karmendriyas. Karmendriyas means our legs, hands, and so on. Pancha Prana means what? The 5 Vayu Tattvam. Prana means, I will explain all those things a little later, but just for you to understand at this stage is 5 pranas. A car can be taken out if it has got petrol in it or electrical energy in today's world. So similarly, our body is functional only when there is energy in the body. And who provides this energy? It is the prana shakti. The air which we breathe gives strength to the body. Mind is emotional faculty. It needs to be balanced. Whenever the mind becomes too emotional, become aware and say, I am emotional right now. I am not going to talk to you at this point of time. When my mind quietens down, I will talk to you. Any mind which is emotional, caught up with emotions, cannot think properly. cannot understand right and wrong, will not be able to judge properly. That is the quality of our mind. This is our instrument. I'm sure all of you understand this nature of the mind, which is Samshaya Atmika. Samshaya Atmika means what? It is like a pendulum. It will go left, it will go right. It will go left, it will go right. Shall I do this? Shall I not do this? Shall I do this? Shall I not do this? Shall I go shopping today? No. Again, it will say, no, I will go. Again, it will say, I will not go. That is the mind. What is buddhi? Buddhi means intellect, rational faculty. All the scientists, they understand this very well. I'm a rational person. I can see the logical way of living. That means what? You're using your intellect and you are subservient. The mind becomes subservient and intellect becomes pradhanam. It becomes prominent. Yat tishtati. What remains with these constituents is called as sukshma shariram. Just to recollect, 5 pranas, 5 jnana indriyas, organs of knowledge, 5 karma indriyas, organs of action, mind and intellect, totally 17. These 17 instruments together is called as jiva, ahamkara, I in this body. If these 17 organs are not referred to, then it is called as Atma. In the Vedic state, I am referring to this pranas, I am referring to the mind, I am referring to the organs of action, I'm doing, I'm walking, I'm running, I'm learning, I'm thinking. All this what? My Sukshma Sharira. It is this Sukshma Shariram which travels from body to body. Sukshma means subtle. You can't see it. But it is there, and this is what happens. And we know, how do we know this? It travels. Nobody sees his Sukshma Shariram traveling from like in a plane you travel, right? See it. Veda says it travels. Okay, so that is what is Sukshma Sharira. Sense organs. Now we are going deeper. What are the 5 organs of perception? What are the 5 organs of action? What is mind? What is intellect? All that slowly. See how systematic is Shankaracharya.
श्रोत्रं त्वक् श्रोत्रं त्वक् चक्षुः रसना चक्षुः रसना घ्राणम् इति पञ्च ज्ञानेन्द्रियाणि श्रोत्रस्य दिग्देवता त्वचो वायुः चक्षुषः सूर्यः रसनाया वरुणः घ्राणस्य अश्विनौ इति ज्ञानेन्द्रियदेवताः श्रोत्रस्य विषयः शब्दग्रहणम् त्वचो विषयः स्पर्शग्रहणम् स्पर्शग्रहणं चक्षुषो विषयः चक्षुषो विषयः रूपग्रहणं रूपग्रहणं रसनाया विषयः रसनाया विषयः रसग्रहणं रसग्रहणं घ्राणस्य विषयः घ्राणस्य विषयः गन्धग्रहणम् इति गन्धग्रहणम् इति.
Okay. So what are the organs of perception? Ears, skin, eyes, tongue, and nose. It is an indriyam. It is a power. The outside eyes which we see is called as golakam. It is only an external instrument. Our ears, for example, it is only an external instrument. But inside the ear, what is there? It is called as a power of hearing. In the eyes, it is the power of seeing. In the skin, it is the power of touching. In the tongue, it is the power of tasting. In the nose, it is the power of smelling. So the anatomical part is the gross body. But the power behind them is called as subtle body. Indriyam. It is a power. It is a Shakti. All of us have it. Animals have it, birds have it, all living beings have it. Why living beings? Even the earth has got power to sustain life on this planet. So that power is subtle. You cannot see it, but it is there. Like the power of gravitation. It is there. Centripetal force, centrifugal force, the planetary motions, all this is all what? These are all powers. Now, so Indriyam belongs to the subtle body. Golakams belong to the gross body. In a dead body, the gross organs are there. Golakams are there. But the Indriyams are missing. Indriyam means what? The power is missing. The power has been taken away by the reflected consciousness. It has carried away immediately to the next body. Another subtle body is created. Now, Devata is a unique concept in our scriptures. Every sense organ, there is a corresponding element which is attached to it. I'll be going through all that soon. But just to give you just a bird's eye view, every sense organs is connected with an element and also connected with the power behind it. That power is called as Devata. Dogs can hear sound which we can't hear. Owls can see in the night time. So every faculty we enjoy is got a power. And there is a total power also. That total power is called as Ishvara or Hiranyagarbha or God, whatever you may call. So like I have a power in this body to walk, run, to see, to feel the world, all that powers is what? It is in the individual as well as in the total. Whenever you study Tattvabodha, always think whatever is this Vyashti means individual, is there in the Samashti, it's there in the gross, in the total also. Individual is got a finite power, little power, but in the cosmos, can you see what power it exists? So the total power is called as Devata, Agni Devata, Surya Devata, Chakshu Devata, Varuna Devata. These are all at a macro level, like a chief minister has a power to rule. But the prime minister has got a very big power. He rules over the whole country. A small minister has got a small power. So all the devatas together is called as Ishvara. And how many devatas are there? There is a figure which is mentioned running into thousands, 55,000 or something, which is there in Vedantic Upanishad. It says there are so many devatas which control the whole universe. So whenever we do namaskaram, when we prostrate in a temple, what do we really do? I, the individual power, am prostrating to that total power which exists in the world. Only a prostration. I am nothing compared to the total. I am nothing compared to the total devatas, which is a macro power. See, when you understand Vedanta like this, you will have a tremendous understanding of how unique is this world. What are the powers which control this universe, and what a beautiful universe this is. Okay, now I'm going to list out here. You can find all the five indriyams. The first column is the indriyam. Indriyam is what? The outer golakam and the power behind it. Now, for each of this organ, which is there in the body, there is a devata. There is a total power which controls. This is the view of the Veda. Shrotram is controlled by Dig Devata, directions. Even directions, there is a Devata. Can you imagine? Now, what does this ears do? What is the object of knowledge for the ears? Or see, when we say jnana indriyams, means they are objects of knowledge. The moment we get up, what is happening to me? I am having the knowledge of myself and the world. That knowledge is divided into five parts. One is Shabda, grasping the sound. That is Shrotram, the ears, hearing power. Next is Twacha, Twak. Twak means skin. Which is the Devata which is controlling this? It is the Vayu Devata, air. We see the air blowing, but we don't know there is a power behind the air which is blowing. It is called as Vayu Devata. Like behind my eyes, there is a power of seeing behind. So what I see outside and what I see in my body is only the gross aspect. But what Veda teaches me is there is a power inside. For the skin, there is Vayu. And what is the function of Vayu? I can feel cold, hot, soft, hard. This sari, this is very smooth. It's a thick cloth. It's a thin cloth. How do I feel it? Because of Vayu Tattvam. Number 3, Chakshuhu, eyes. Very important factor in amongst the indriyams, the Chakshu indriyam, that means our eyes have got a very, very prominent position in our body. They say in the Veda, 70 to 80% of the knowledge we get out of the world is from eyes, Chakshu Indriyam. And which is the Devata connected to Chakshu? Surya Devata. Surya means sun god. See, we see the external sun, but we pray to that sun and the power behind the sun. In our Gayatri mantras, Om Bhurva Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodayat. What do we pray? We pray to that Lord, that power behind the sun, and say, Oh Lord, this power which you have, which is making the sun eternal for us, eternally it is there. That power, eternal power, please bless my intellect. Please bless my intellect. If I can have that power in my intellect, then I can know this Atma. Because behind the sun, there is Atma. Behind our mind, intellect, there is Atma. So that is why Gayatri Mantra is extremely important to chant, to remember, even for meditation. Very beautiful mantra for meditation. Aditya Hridayam consists of 22 or so slokas, where the whole the description of the entire world comes in Aditya Hridaya. Aditya Hridayam. It is the heart of sun. All the mantras in that is be glorifying the sun and say, Oh sun, you are so brilliant. That is Chakshu. Rasana. Rasana means what? Our tongue. All those people who enjoy dishes. I like today's sambar, today's rasam. It was so good. All because of the power behind the tongue. We don't realize it normally, but Tatva Bodha will tell you there is a great power in this body. There is a great power in the world also. The power of the water, it can irrigate all the fields. It can produce food for the entire universe. So Rasagrahanam is Varuna Devata. Granam is smell. Our nose can smell beautiful fragrances, a rose, a lily, so many different flowers are there. You walk into a garden, you can see the power of our smelling. That is called Gandha Grahanam. So world is what? Our world is nothing but five sense organs and the five sense objects. Anything in the world, you can divide it into five segments. Stars, can I see it? Drishyam, it is seen by the eyes. It is an object. I smell a flower, again it is an object. So the world or the universe is nothing but it is consists of five jnana indriyams interacting with the five sense objects. In Veda, they say that we never see the substance, but we only see the attribute, only the property. Suppose I'm seeing a tree or a flower, I'm seeing the color of the flower, the smell of the flower. I don't really see the object called the flower according to Veda. So the substance we really don't know. We only see the sound, we only see the color, we hear the sound, we smell the perfume, and that is what is the world. World is five properties: Shabda, Spasha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. These are all the five technical Sanskrit names for the objects of our sense organs. So, five sense organs, they are finite because they have small power. What about devatas? When you look at the sun or the rain or the air, the wind blowing, there is bigger power. Organs are Shrotram, Tvak, Chakshuhu, Rasana, Grana. And the devatas are Dig Devata, Vayu Devata, Surya, Varuna, and Ashwin. So the world is Indriyams, sense organs. It is called as Adhyatmam, another term which is used in Veda. Adhyatmam. Adhyatma means connected with the individual body. Vishaya. Vishaya means it is a sense object which is Adi Bhutam, external world of five elements. And the devatas are called as Adi Daivam, presiding deities. If I can hear well, if I can see well, it means that the Surya Bhagavan is blessing me with the power of seeing, hearing. Right. Some people are born blind. Some people can't hear. Why? Only one reason. Prarabdha karma. In this birth, they are supposed to enjoy four parts of the world. That is what Veda says. Next, karmendriyas.
Vakpanipada, Vakpanipada, Payupasthaniti, Payupasthaniti, Panchakarmendriyani, Panchakarmendriyani, Vacho Devata Vahnihi, Vacho Devata Vahnihi, Hastayor Indraha, Hastayor Indraha, Padayor Vishnuhu, Padayor Vishnuhu, Payor Mrityuhu, Payor Mrityuhu, Upasthasya Prajapatihi, Upasthasya Prajapatihi, Iti Karmendriya Devataah, Iti Karmendriya Devataah, Vacho Vishaya Bhashanam, Vacho Vishaya Bhashanam, Panyor Vishaya Vastugrahanam, Panyor Vishaya Vastugrahanam, Padayor Vishaya Gamanam, Padayor Vishaya Gamanam, Payor Vishaya Malatyagaha, Payor Vishaya Malatyagaha, Upasthasya Vishaya Ananda iti, Upasthasya Vishaya Ananda iti.
So, if you have understood Jnana Indriyas, which are the organs of knowledge, Karma Indriyas is very easy. What are the five organs of action? Tongue, hands, legs, Payuhu, organ of waste evacuation, and Upastha. Upastha means organ of reproduction. Tongue is very easy, used for speaking. Tongue has got two functions. It is Jnana Indriyam as well as Karma Indriyam. When you're tasting the food, it is Jnana Indriyam. When you're speaking, it is Karma Indriyam. And which is the Devata which is controlling it? Agni Devata, the Lord of fire, fire principle. The world is only made up of certain principles. There are certain powers in the world. And each of those powers are controlling the individual body and the universe. Two hands, Indra Devata. Two legs, Vishnu Devata. Payuhu, removal for wastes, it is Mrityu Devata, Yama Devata. And reproductive organs are Prajapati Devata. Hand can handle the objects, legs can move, Vayu is the removal of the waste. Upastha, as I told you, is the organ of reproduction. And the Agni, Indra Devatas, Vishnu, Yama Devatas, what they do is they control these organs. Total power of handling in our hands is Indra Devata. Vishnu controls the legs. Yamadharma Raja, he controls our death. Not only death, he also controls different other powers. Prajapati is that Devata which can create the world. Similarly, that power which is there in the Devata of creation, it is there also in me. I can create small things. But the Lord, Prajapati, he is total power. He can create the whole universe. So, five physiological functions are called as prana, apana, vyana, samana, udana. What are the fivefold pranas? One by one. Prana means inhaling, exhaling, the air which we inhale and the air which we throw out. Apana means evacuatory system. See, the one air principle, it gets divided in the body in different positions. The air in the lungs is called as prana, mukhya prana. Gauna prana means the other subsidiary pranas. There is a prana which goes around in the whole bloodstream. It is called as vyana. How does the blood flow up and down? Because of your inhalation and exhalation. Inhalation, the energy which is given to the blood goes up, it circulates the blood, it distributes the energy which is given by the food. It is a function of the prana only. Samana, it is a digestive function, converting power. The food which you take, it has to be converted into energy in the body. And that is the function of saman, digestive power. Udanaha. Udana is normally not used in our lifetime. It is used only at the time of death. Udana is also a function of the air which we breathe. The air, when it goes out of the body completely and never comes back, is called as Udana. It's an emergency exit. You are out of the body. That is Udana. It is supposed to be in the throat area. Udana also refers to vomiting, and suppose you take some toxic food, you want to reverse the function. That is also a function of Udana. Manaha and Buddhi, they are the doubting. Manaha is the doubting faculty. Sankalpa, Vikalpa. Many times people ask me this question repeatedly. What is the difference between mind and intellect? Even I used to ask the question when I was studying Tattvabodha. I never understood. Till one teacher explained to me. He said, whenever your mind is oscillating, you're thinking, do this, do that, that is called as mind. Suppose you have determined, I will do my PhD, I will go for a class, I will run today, I will go for a walk today. Suppose you have decided. That deciding faculty is called as intellect. It is a rational faculty called Nishchayatmikam. It puts an end to oscillation of the mind. Decision-making faculty. Many people have got an emotional personality, but they don't have an intellectual personality which can decide. Many people. You will come across many people in the world. They use their mind more than the intellect. There are some people who use the intellect more than the mind. They are called as rationalists. They will use only, somebody who has done a PhD and so on, they will use their intellect much more than a normal person. And what is this ego? It is also one of the faculties of the Antakaranam, which is the I factor. The moment you get up, you say, I am. That I notion in the body is called as ego or ahamkara. Third body, very beautiful section. Pay attention to this because this people get confused. They don't understand what is this Karana Shariram. Karana Shariram is causal body.
Karanashariram kim Karanashariram kim Anirvachya Anirvachya Anadya Vidyarupam Anadya Vidyarupam Shariradvayasya Shariradvayasya Karanamatram Karanamatram Satsvarupajnanam Satsvarupajnanam Nirvikalpakarupam Nirvikalpakarupam Yadasti Yadasti Tat Karana Shariram Tat Karana Shariram.
How to understand Karana Shariram? See, when you do Upanishads teach us how to segregate these three bodies. In the waking state, predominantly I am using the gross physical body. In the dream state, I am predominantly using the subtle body. I am in the waking state, but I can understand my dream state, and in that state, I am using my mind projections of the mind. I am still there as the Sakshi. Sakshi means it is Atma. Atma is there in the waking state. It is watching the functions of the physical body. Atma is there in the dream state, watching the functions of the subtle body. What about the sleep state? Sleep state, Atma is there when even the subtle body has become unmanifest. It comes to rest. When the subtle body comes to rest, it rests in Karana Sharira. There is a body, it is called as the body of ignorance, and that body in which we are sleeping, deep sleep state, that is called as causal body. Causal body is Karana Sharira. So gross body, subtle body, causal. That causal body also is witnessed by Atma, the I, the consciousness, awareness. There are pages and pages and chapters written in Upanishads on the causal body. As you study Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads, you will understand there is a causal body. Very clearly you will understand. when you are studying for the first time in Tattvabodha, causal body, it doesn't click very well. You say, okay, there must be something. But it has got a very great importance in Vedanta. Why? Because Atma lies beyond the causal body. Number one. Number two, causal body, it is called causal because it is the cause of the subtle and the gross body. That is where all the punya papam is stored. Sanchita karmas are stored. It is unmanifest. You cannot know it. You can only know it through the Veda. Okay? So that is causal body. And it is also called as avidya. In the individual body, it is called as avidya. At the gross level, it is called as mana or prakriti. So, is this causal body created? The science tell us nothing is created in the world. Nothing can be destroyed. But what is seen and what is unseen means it is manifest, unmanifest. World is not created, but it is manifest. From manifest condition, it goes to unmanifest condition in the sleep state. From unmanifest condition, it comes again into manifestation. But in our normal waking state, there is a cause and effect. Carpenter, he produces with his effort a chair. This is at the physical gross level. At the causal level, it is only manifestation and manifestation. There is a seed form for the creation. For me, individual, I have a seed form. For example, you take any tree, a coconut tree, banyan tree, any tree, mango tree, there is a seed. Can you see that mango tree with leaves and parts and trunk and all that in the seed? No. But is the seed, but ultimately that tree is there in the seed or not? Yes. So causal body is the seed. So I also have a causal body. That causal body is called as Karana Shariram. Big Bang theory. Before the Big Bang, what was there? Singularity. Singularity means what? Avyakta, unmanifest condition. So when you say that there is a dissolution of the universe, it is from manifest condition, it becomes unmanifest. That is what in Sanskrit called as pralaya. What is creation then? It is unmanifest condition, you come into manifest condition. Is there curd in the milk or not? It is there. But in what form? Unmanifest form. Is the dream there in me today or not? In my mind, it is there, but it is in unmanifest form. When matter is converted to energy, it becomes atomic explosion. E is equal to mc squared, Einstein's theory, all that we know. Similarly, the energy, which is electrical energy, can be converted to mechanical energy in a fan or other energies and other instruments. So there is a karanam and there is a causal form. There is a gross form, causal form. So what is the function of this karana shariram? It makes the unmanifest come into manifest. That is the job of karana sharira. Water becomes vapor, vapor becomes water. Then water becomes ice. These are all what? Different conditions of one substance. Chapter 2, Bhagavad Gita, Abhyaktadini Bhutani Vyaktabuddhyani Bharata Abhyakta Nidhanani Eva Tatra Ka Paritevana. Lord Krishna very beautifully in the second chapter, 28 verses, that beings are there in either manifest condition or unmanifest condition. Again, they will come into manifest condition. Therefore, why do you have to grieve? Arjuna, you are in a battlefield, no doubt. Thousands of people are going to get killed, no doubt. But understand the causal nature of the individual. That person is not dead and gone. He will be born again. Birth, death is only your perspective. Nothing is born or gone, but it is only manifest condition, unmanifest condition. I could see the body when the body was alive. I am not able to see the body when the body is gone. But the Karana Shariram and Sukshma Shariram continues. The causal body is the cause of the Sthula Shariram and Sukshma Shariram. Nirvikalpa Rupam. What is the condition of the seed? It is in Nirvikalpa. That means it is in an undifferentiated form. So our Karana Shariram, we are not able to distinguish because that state is called as Avyakta state. Avyakta means what? Indistinguishable state. Nirvikalpa Rupam. Vikalpa means what? Vikalpa means it is manifest. So, Sthula Shariram, Sukshma Shariram, Karana Shariram. How do I see that? How do I see these three things? Sthula Shariram is heads, hands, trunk, body, and so on. Sukshma Shariram means it is less clear. My mind, intellect, intelligence, doubts, memory, these are less subtle. Then Karana Shariram is the most subtle. You can't see any difference in that. In our sleep state, do we see any differences at all? Nothing. Even if my wife is sleeping next to me, I can't know her because she is also in the Karana Shariram. In Karana Shariram, there is no differentiation. We are all one. Eki bhavati. It is an potential condition, nirvikalpa rupam. It comes into potential condition in the waking state. Sat Swarupa Jnanam. Karana Shariram is there before creation and after creation. Differences cannot be seen. I am the subject, you are the object, knower and known is there because we are in the physical state, in the Sthula Shariram. So when there is no division between subject, object, mind, sense organs, intellect, jnana, karma, indriyam, that is what state is called as Karana Shariram. And Karana Shariram is a state of ignorance. I don't know myself and I don't know the world. So before Big Bang, science says they can't understand. No information. The same thing is called as Karana Shariram in Vedanta. It is a state of ignorance. But what is the cause of Karana Shariram? This we will see next time. I will start with this slide 20 next week. And what is the cause of Karana Shariram? Okay. We will see that. We'll continue this. This causal body is a very, very subtle topic in Vedanta itself. You will study this in the Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads, and the Brahma Sutras. And A clear understanding of this causal body leads to moksha. In my opinion, understanding this causal body is extremely important. Okay, with this, we'll stop here and we'll continue next week. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachare Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. There are no questions on the chat box. If you have a question, if you have understood something, not understood something, you can explain, you can continue it in this forum.
Secretary, I have one question.
Yeah, Manikandan, go ahead.
Yeah, in waking state, the knower unknown is visible. Like I know my body, I know the external objects through my sense organs. So this is possible. In dream state also, I can know about the dream objects. As you mentioned, in the sleep state, we cannot know there is no subject object division. This everything is merged. But you also mentioned that the Atma is the witness of this Karna Sariram. So how we can, I mean, Atma is also I. So how I can reconcile that I am the witness for this Karna Sariram, because I don't have any knowledge. But how I can claim that I witnessed this Karna Sariram?
Good, very beautiful question. Okay. See, this is an extremely important question in Vedanta. As you study Veda, you will understand the answer to this question more and more clear. More you understand, more you study Veda, this question, what Manikandan is asking, you will understand better and better as you study more and more. Suppose you study Upanishads, one Upanishad, two Upanishad, then you do Shankara Bhashyam. This aspect is very, very important subject. See, try to understand the fundamental teaching of Veda. The fundamental teaching of Veda is Aham Brahma Asmi. I am Atma Brahma. The fundamental teaching of Veda is I alone exist in the universe. I alone exist at the highest level. At the lowest level, yes, there are, I can see the world, I can see 1.2 billion people, 3 billion, 6 billion people, so many. But that is at the superficial level. But the intrinsic level, which is Atma level, there is only one. Ekam eva advitiyam Brahma. This Brahman is one Advaitam. It is alone. And Upanishads teach us that condition of your sleep is your real nature. There you alone are there. And the world is not. For you. You see, don't talk about others. Because Brahma Asmi is what? You're not talking about somebody else being Brahman. You're saying, I am that pure consciousness. So, the moment you understand the nature of Atma, that in that nature of Atma, there is thing. I alone am there. That condition of in which you alone are there and in which you know that you are existing is called as moksha. It is called as mukti. That is your real nature. And that is you're always there. In between, in the physical, in the waking state, you say, yes, I know, I was born, and, but in the dream state, you don't say, I'm born. Dream state is another state. Sleep state is yet another state. What Veda teaches me is this physical body and the physical state is not my real nature. It is a nature, it is a experienced nature, but it is not the reality. Reality is I alone exist. If that definition is clear, then your answer is already there. That condition in which I don't see anything, I don't hear anything, but I alone exist is my intrinsic nature. It is Atma. Again and again, let mind travel to that condition of mind and say, and you own it not in the sleep state, you own it in the waking state. Intellectually, you own it. Intellectually, you tell yourself, I am that, I am that, I am that. What gives me the confidence? Veda tells me that I am that. Therefore, that gives me the confidence. I have full Shraddha in the Veda. I came to Tattvabodha to learn about my nature. I experience the body, I experience my mind, but I also know in my intellect that is my truth, and that is the reality, and what I experience is a passing phenomenon. In the waking state, it is a gross body with the gross objects. In the dream state, it is a subtle body and the subtle objects. In the causal state, it is the causal body and the causal object called ignorance. So I have to cross that ignorance and say, I am Atma. So, Manikandan, is it clear?
Thank you, Sakar. It's very clear. So
Beautiful, very good. I mean,
the moment
this is the way to moksha. This is the way to understanding. It is only understanding. Vedanta is not mystic experience. In meditation, I will have nirvikalpa samadhi and I will see something there and I will say that is myself. No, Vedanta is pure understanding of what is happening in this universe. Manifest condition, unmanifest condition, beyond that is Atma. If I know that I alone exist, that is the fundamental truth of this universe. Claiming that is called as moksha. Understanding that. And what is it? Is it, was I, see, suppose if that is the truth and I say that is my nature, I am always there. Then what will you say? My birth is incidental consciousness awareness, which I have got a vision now. I have got some idea in my mind. That is my real nature. This birth, death is a phenomena. Panchabhutas. You see, what we are saying, I am not the body. I am something outside the body. What is that outside? It is this consciousness awareness.
Sagarji, from your answer, I got another
Yeah, go ahead.
understanding. Is it correct or not? I want to check with you. You mentioned that in the sleep state we are the casual body, and its object ignorance. So in waking state, I can say all the worldly objects are mithya, and even my body is mithya. I can easily understand. Similarly, in the dream also it is mithya. So similarly, this ignorance is the object. It is also a mithya. If I understand this, then I can say everything is mithya. Only I am the satyam. So is this understanding is correct? If I know this ignorance is mithya in the sleep state, then as you mentioned, I only exist. There is no other object. Even though the ignorance is there, it is a mithya. Is it correct?
Absolutely correct. 100% right. Causal body is also Anatma. Subtle body is Anatma. Gross body is Anatma. All these three is Anatma. It is not me. So, after having understood the sleep state also, sleep state is also a mithya world. It is a part of this world only. It's a part of this Jagat. What is beyond Jagat, beyond Jiva, beyond Ishvara is Turiya Atma. It is my real nature, which is what Upanishad is teaching me. Holding on to that Atma, I can say I am free. Today, not after death, not after going to another loka, nothing, nothing, nothing. Vedanta is absolutely making it clear I am free here and now. Free means what? This body is an external dress. Mind is an external dress. It has got its own conditions. Body also has its own conditions. But I don't relate it to them as me. They are instruments, including the causal body, which is another instrument. Good. Manikandan, very excellent question. It
Thank
shows
you.
the depth of your knowledge. Very good. Okay, there's a question here. Rajiv, he's asking one more time, can you explain what is mind and what is intellect? Okay. Do this experiment tomorrow or anytime when you get up in the morning. For about 1 or 2 minutes when you wake up, don't jump out of your bed and immediately put on the light and go into action. Close your eyes, just see what's happening in your mind. Just watch your mind. Your lights are off, you have got up from sleep, just sit down in your bed, close your eyes and just watch. 1 minute or 2 minutes, not more than that. Within 1 minute, 2 minutes, you will realize what is mind. Sure, it's an experiment. You try it, you will know it. After that, you can wake up and start your day and all that. But if you want to know what is your mind, the best way is to just do this simple experiment. Anybody can do it. Anybody who's listening to this talk, you just try it out. At that time, what happens is it is a volcano of thoughts coming. This, that, your so many different things. At that time, you should realize two things. Number one, there is a causal body in which they were all, your thoughts were in unmanifest condition, in sleep. And that is what you experienced in sleep state. In the waking state, immediately the causal body has woken up. It is given rise, it is given birth to subtle body and gross body. And who is the witness of that mind? There is a witness. There is some seer of the mind, isn't it? So that the mind is called as Sakshi. That seer of the mind is called as Atma. See, many people, they say that I don't understand Atma and all that. But Veda says you can experiment it. Because that is you. So in the morning when you get up, what do you experience? You experience your own self, which is Atma, which is witness to all your thoughts. This witnesshood is your real nature. It never leaves you. It is always you. But you don't realize it in the waking state. In the waking state, your sense organs are external. That is how God created all the sense organs. Paranchikani Vyavrutan Swayambhu. That means it keeps on. The eyes wants to see form, the ears wants to listen to the music, and I want to listen to chanting. That is the ears. I want to go and eat something. That is my tongue. So the consciousness, start going through the different sense organs and you interact. So coming back to your question, mind and intellect. A simple definition of the mind is, it is a pendulum. It keeps on going from one end to another. It will jump from one topic to another topic. Suddenly you'll think of the office. Then you will say, oh, no, I must have my dishes first. Then third, you will say, no, I want to go for a walk. So I want to read the newspaper. I want to see my mobile phone. These are all thoughts in the mind. 90% of the time we are involved with our mind. In between, you ask the question yourself. Mind asks the question. Suddenly you will ask the question, is it time for me to leave for the airport or go to the office? Yes, it is time. So you'll drop your mind and then you will run for the app or for your office or for your kitchen or for anything. That decision-making faculty is called as intellect. It is one instrument. It is either called as mind, it is called as intellect, it is called as memory, and it is also called as ego. Mana, buddhi, chitta, ahankara. These are all the four functions of one instrument. It is an instrument. Why do we call it instrument? Because I, the consciousness, awareness, sakshi, am different from the mind, different from the intellect. I can know the mind, I can know the intellect. Intellect is a decision-making faculty of the same instrument called as the antakaranam. Antakaranam means inner organ. Bahya karanam means outer organ. So intellect means it is nishchaya atmikam. Nishchaya atmikam means determining faculty is intellect. At any time you make a decision, I want to go for this, intellect. I want to go for this, intellect. I want to do this, intellect. You can observe. You see, when you make this, start observing your mind, you will start understanding the difference between mind and intellect. Suppose you become angry with your son, daughter, wife, whatever it is, or your parents. Anger is an emotion. Suppose you have a great desire, passion. I must buy a car tomorrow. That is an emotion. It is the mind. I fall in love with somebody. Emotion, mind. I don't understand Tattvabodha as well as I understood last week. Intellect. Understanding, not understanding, right, wrong, good, bad, the faculty which judges even that real and unreal. Whatever is temporary is unreal. What decides this? Intellect. Keep experimenting in your own self. You will understand the difference more and more clear. But this is a beautiful question. It's every seeker has this question. I've conducted Tatwa Bodha so many times. This question is always there. Am I clear, Rajiv?
Yes, Shekhar-ji. Thank you. Thanks for the clarification.
Thank you. Good. Anybody else has a question or any other remarks?
So one question, Nagendran here.
Yeah, Nagendran, go ahead.
So here we mentioned this Karmendriyas, right? For the reproductive organs, Devata is Prajapati, right?
Yes.
So we studied in the Prashna Upanishad also, right? Okay, how this creation has happened. Okay, so it is from the Prajapati who got the Praja Kama, right? So can we correlate this and that action? The Prashna Upanishad, the creation and the god of reproductive organs.
Yes, 100%. Yes. There is a link between the creation and our own reproductive organs. See, Lord is totality. He is the creative power of all the human beings put together is Lord. All the eyes, power which exists in the universe together is the Surya Bhagavan.
Right.
So the creator Prajapati is the one who, see, our creative power is, we can produce some children here and there, and that's all, But Prajapati is the creator. He is the cause of the origin of the world.
Right. Yeah.
Absolutely right. What you are saying is, yes, there is, always you should compare. Individual Vyashti and Samashti, there is a relationship.
Okay.
Good. Thank you. Anybody else? Okay, if there are no questions, we'll stop here. And was there any disturbance in the class today in terms of listening? Was there any disturbance or everything was okay? You can reply in the chat box.
Everything was okay, Shekharji. No disturbance at all.
Okay, good. All right. So I think then I will continue in the same way in the other future classes also. Yeah, Hanumant, you wanted to say something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sajid, Namaskaram ji. Guruji,
Yeah.
like, see, for everything, the thought, as of now, whatever we are talking, without thought, there is nothing, right?
Yeah, without thought, there is nothing.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. Our subtle world is the thought world. Suppose you stop thinking, for you, the world is not there. That is what happens in sleep. Your mind has stopped thinking, and for you, the world is not there. At that time, you are there or not? In what form are you there in when your mind is not working? Who are you? I am not the subtle body. At that time, what we should say, the subtle body is resting on the causal body. And that causal body is not me. The deep sleep state is a state in which I don't know anything. The subtle body is a state where there are projections of the mind only, and I'm watching it. That is my dream. In my waking state, the subtle body is again making thoughts. It is creating all the thoughts in the world. Sometimes it is reacting to the perceptions. Sometimes it is reacting to the memory. So in the waking state, what happens? It is gross world. There is a gross world, there is a subtle world, there is a causal world. Beyond the three worlds is my real nature. That is the lesson I get by studying the Upanishads. If you don't come to the Upanishads, what will you say? I had a good life. My life was, up and down, and I was rich, I was poor, I was healthy, I was unhealthy. You will only describe your physical body conditions and you will describe your mind conditions. That's all. All of us, suppose you don't come and study the Veda, you will only restrict yourself to the body level, either gross body or subtle body. You will never talk about the, and you will never talk about what lies beyond the causal body, which is I, the consciousness, awareness, which is from where the entire waking dream and sleep is coming, and from into which the waking dream and sleep is resolving. So that is the ultimate state which it is a state of no world. It is a state of no thoughts, but it is a state of existence and consciousness. That existence and consciousness is said to be infinite. Infinite means time doesn't affect it. Body is affected by time. Mind is affected by time. But that sakshi means witness, is not affected by anything in the universe. And that is what you should sit down in meditation and say, I am Atma. I am that pure existence, pure consciousness. The more you say that to yourself, that will make you claim, I am that pure consciousness. The more your mind learns. See, through Tatva Bodha, we try to understand the nature of the world. It gives me a grand design. I have to apply my mind to that design. When I keep applying my mind to that design becomes more and more clearer, and more I will accept that as the truth. And that process is called as mananam. It is called as reflection. Good. Yeah, Shanta, go ahead.
Namaste, Shekharji. It just struck me as the questions were going on. When we sleep and there is no world existing, the gross world doesn't exist, and we call it an ignorant state till we know that we are, Brahman. So at that time, the world does not exist for me. It might exist for those ones who are awake. So how do I know? I don't know how to even frame this question, because I am there and the world is not there. I know I'm there, but where am I?
See, causal state is a state of ignorance. There is no time, there is no space. So, locus of time, locus of space is not there. And there is a state like that, which I come to know from the Upanishads. From the Tatva Bodha, it teaches me there is a state. And it is called as a state of ignorance. That state of ignorance is called as Maya Shakti. It is a power of this universe. I am trying to cross that power of universe and then say that I am Sakshi. That's all.
So it's not that there is no location for me when I'm sleeping.
There is no location for me. There is no me at all. You see, me comes into play when the body is seen in the waking state.
Yeah, true.
When the physical body is seen, then you say, I am in London, I am in Nottingham, I am trying to go to the market today. All that is with reference to the physical body.
Yeah.
The moment that physical body awareness is gone, then this whole physical universe. You see, in the dream state, that is what they teach you in Mandukya Upanishad. What they say is, in the dream state itself, your physical world is gone. When the world is gone, for you only, I'm not talking about others. You see,
Yeah.
for
You
you,
can be doing
because
so many things randomly,
yeah,
which are not connected and not even close by. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
the dream state is totally different. It is another
Yeah.
realm of experience.
Mhm.
And then there is a third realm of experience, which is called as the causal experience.
Mhm.
That causal experience is called as, it is called as unmanifest condition of your body and the universe. See, there is a link between body and universe.
Mhm.
That is why in Mandukya Upanishad they say you must meditate on amatra, umatra, and mamatra.
Mumukshutva.
A, U, ma, O.
Mhm.
A stands for your individual physical body and the
Gross.
physical world.
Mhm.
So when you do resolution, first you do resolution of the amatra. That means you
Gross.
resolve your body and the physical world. Then you resolve the umatra. Umatra is
Subtle.
your subtle body and the subtle world. That means you resolve the second condition
Mhm.
of the world. Third, ma matra. Ma matra, you what you do? You solve the sleep
Also.
state condition, your avidya condition with the avidya universe, which is called as Maya Shakti.
Mhm.
And then once this is done, your mind gets the power to see something, to know something which you have never known, never seen. And that is your Atma. A mind which is aided, it is supplemented by the Veda,
Mhm.
will see the Atma very clearly.
Mhm.
Because it tells you Turiam. Turiam is nothing but your own intrinsic nature, which is beyond all the three states.
Mhm.
It's not waking, it's not dream, it is not sleep state, it is something which is
Something
existing.
beyond this. Yeah.
It's beyond three.
That's
So
yeah.
Om, when you resolve, the sound
Mhm.
is gone. What remains is the silence. That silence represents Turiyam.
Mhm.
That silence represents your intricate nature, intrinsic nature. The more
One.
mind dwells on that, then what happens? You get conviction.
Mhm.
Otherwise, what happens? You just listen to it in the class and then you forget about it. Again, you're
Mhm.
involved in the gross world. Again, you will come back and then again you will attend the class. Again, next week you will say, okay, now I understand. Now I understood causal, subtle,
Mhm.
gross. But then when I go
Gross.
into
Yeah.
the world, I forget all.
Forget all this. Yeah.
I
So one
forget
more
all
thing.
this
Yeah.
because I have not
Mananam is not
reflected
existent.
and
Mhm.
I have only listened.
Mhm.
What Veda says is Shravanam, Mananam,
Mananam.
Nididhyasana.
Nitithyas.
So there is a gap of Mananam and Nididhyasana. The moment I do that Mananam, Nididhyasana, I will say very easily, convincingly, I will tell. No, I will tell whom? Myself only.
Myself. Yeah.
I cannot teach this to anybody else. Unless
Mm.
you ask the person to attend a class like Tattvabodha or Mandukya Upanishad, you cannot explain to him.
Mm. True. One more thing which I wanted to ask, whether it is real or it's just an illusion or it's just, unreal, like the dream. Um, it's a personal experience. So usually before going to sleep, I try to meditate and then I go to sleep, right? Uh, is it possible where you start feeling um, you are not in this world? I mean, you are in the meditation and then you go to sleep. I mean, you sit, meditate, and then you lie down. And then I don't know. It feels like you're moving. I don't know what it is. Of course, you have to close your eyes for that. So when you close your eyes, um, no world exists, and you are moving. That feeling that something is moving. Is it illusion or is it what is it? Because I've been experiencing this sometimes, not every time, but it's almost feels, and it's a nice, it gives a very soothing, beautiful feeling that you are light and you're going somewhere. I don't know where, but something of
Yeah,
that sort is a feeling. So is it an illusion as well, or is it,
yeah. You see, uh, it is definitely an illusion. It is a mind's projection.
okay. Yeah.
Nothing
Okay.
else. It is a mind.
Hmm.
You see, mind has got different forms. This is one of the forms of the mind. It is imagining anything which is seen, known,
known
or felt is Anatma.
Anatma.
It is
No,
Jadam.
I did feel it because
That's all.
during my
So
meditation, I'm always looking at the fact that this body, this shariram, this intellect, all this is not me. And when I go through some of the mantras, when I think about them, or meditate on them, and that's my whole main what should I say, the mantra is I have to understand that this body, mind, and intellect is not me. So maybe that is the reason why I get this illusion. So perfectly fine. Yeah, thank you.
good, very good, excellent. I mean, you're really grown a lot, Shanta. I'm from what you asked, from what you are describing, your experiences, amazing transformation in you, and tremendous clarity has come into your mind. You came 4-5 years ago, it was different. And I think the Upanishadic
it's a lot of
knowledge,
change,
tremendous knowledge, tremendous difference. Okay, there's a question from Subodh Garud. He's saying, what is the difference between self-understanding and self-purification? Okay, not a weird question. It's a very normal question. Every seeker wants to understand what is self-understanding and self-purification. When you talk about self-understanding, you are referring to Atma. What is the nature of Atma? Is it Sakshi? Is it a witness? Is it born? Is it changing? Does it have any gunas? Does it come and go? You're trying to understand self. Self means Atma. My intrinsic nature, when I try to understand, true, and always don't try to understand independently. Always use the scriptures. Take a verse. Bhagavad Gita, 20th verse, 2nd chapter. Na jayate mriyatva kadachit. I am never born. At that time, you should apply and say, I, the Atma, am never born. I always exist. That is what is called as self-understanding. All the Upanishadic mantras which talk about Atma, those are the mantras. In Bhagavad Gita also, there are, from 12 to 25, most of the mantras are mantras in chapter 2 of Bhagavad Gita, which explain what is the self. So that is clear. Second, what is self-purification? Whenever you talk of purification, you are talking about mind. You're not talking about Atma. Mind is what gets purified. What do you mean by purification? Purification means two things. My mind today is jumping from one thought to another thought to another thought to another thought, constantly jumping. I am not able to control that mind at all. It is just going on and on and on. It is just... and that is what is called as a gross mind, which is preoccupied mind. That preoccupied mind, which is either, thinking about family, thinking about your possessions, thinking about your office, thinking about what I have to do in the future, what's going to happen to my family, what's going to happen to me, all that is Anatma. And mind dwelling on that is called as a gross mind, or you can put it as a mind which needs purification. So when you ask the question self-purification, what you really mean is you are thinking that the mind is yourself and you want to purify the mind. How to purify that mind? There are mainly two main ways. One is you keep on studying the Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads, and Brahma Sutra, all the spiritual texts one by one, slowly start understanding. It will purify your mind. Suddenly you will find the quantity of thoughts in your mind has dropped. From 75,000 thoughts per day, now it has dropped to 50,000. And you will see the difference. You will know the difference. So quantity of thoughts has dropped. Second, quality of thoughts. Now you're interested more in Atma, Tatwa Bodha, Bhagavad Gita, all these scriptures. It is more attracting you more and more. That is another sign of purification. Mind doesn't want to know the gross world and go after the gross objects. Desires after desires after desires. Never-ending desires. Slowly it has started asking the question, is there anything else in this world? That happens only when the mind gets purified. 100%, 10, 20%. The third point about the purification is the direction of your thoughts. Number one is quantity of thoughts. Number two is quality of thoughts. Number three is direction of thoughts. Slowly, a purified mind will start dwelling on Atma more and more. That direction instead of external world will be internal world. You will start asking the question, am I more quiet nowadays? Many people who are attending these sessions, they will tell you this. I experience tremendous amount of shanti in this universe. Suddenly I've started experiencing. I don't know why, I don't know what happened, but I'm experiencing. And that is called as purification. So mind's purification manifests in the number of thoughts coming down, better quality of thoughts, instead of mind going into wrong directions here, there, our mind is absolutely, that is what is called as Maya. That is what is the magic of the world. Mind is Maya. Mind is a power which is there in this body. And it keeps you glued to the world. Am I clear, Subodh?
Thank you, sir. Thank you for a valuable insight. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so I think we'll stop here and we'll continue next week. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you, Sekirji.
Thank you.
So if you have other questions, how do we communicate? I mean, if you
You
have
can
more
send
questions,
send an email to vedantastudents@gmail.com. You can send an email. Any questions you can ask, no problem.
okay, okay.
Thank you. And if there are some questions which I want to discuss with you, you give your mobile number also. I will call you on WhatsApp at a convenient time for both to you and me, and we'll see.
Okay, great.
This applies to everybody. Whoever wants to give in questions, you can always ask. Thank you.
Thank you, Shekhar ji.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
धन्यवाद.